So I recently went out on my own like a few months ago, started Jonny Law, and so it's grown pretty rapidly, thankfully. But now I'm kind of like getting to that point where there's, a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to be meeting with my buddy, David, for some lunch and, kind of pick his brain. Hanging out here with David.
What's up?
We were actually talking about at what point do you hire more people?
Oh yeah, always.
So you want to give some tips as to
We started a mass tort department back in May, and I hired this very capable paralegal, and neither of us knew much about mass torts when we started, and we learned a lot together, but we made sure that when we did more and more ad buys, so we would get more cases off advertising, that we kind of pushed that out 3 months after we started the department. So we took a small trickle of cases at the beginning. We learned really how to do them really well. And by the time we were taking a lot of them, by the time the cases became like a flood of cases, we were experts.
what do you think about like the social media content marketing? What are like some strategies that
I've never been good at it. Like, I don't have any ideas. I don't know. I think what you're doing is really interesting. I think that like people like realism. I mean, we're just sitting here talking over, like, this is what we would talk about whether your phone was on or not.
Yeah.
While we're waiting on our sushi. Like, this is...
Yeah.
I like the realism of it. I think that's, like, have you ever seen Binging with Babish?
No, what's that?
It's a cooking show on YouTube. It's just this guy, and he just cooks stuff. And at the beginning of the show, he had no idea how to cook, and he learned how to cook by doing the show. But what's really cool about it is it's like has no pretension to it. It's just this guy, and he's like, today we're gonna learn how to like make eggs 4 different ways. And I'm like, you know what? Great. I could always learn more about making eggs. And like, I hate the cooking shows like on Food Network, which are basically game shows. Like, I want to learn something. I want to learn like, oh, if you pull out the egg a little early and then throw it right into an ice bath, you're gonna get a better yolk. Like, I want to learn that shit.
Nice.
So
I have no idea about anyway.
But see,
But
like,
yeah, that's kind of like us, because we're like, solo, or I mean, I'm solo, but
Yeah.
you're like smaller firm attorney,
Right.
and so it's just
boutique.
boutique.
Boutique is the euphemism.
It's just an important thing to like for people to see the real side of it.
Well, look, I give up. Like,
We're not in suits all the time.
No, I'm wearing flip flops right now because I'm,
How can your wife paint your toes
fell
without you?
asleep on the couch.
Oh, okay.
She gave me the clear coat, which was nice, not the bright red she was doing. I think that was definitely a bro move on her part. But look, I think the market has like changed. I think people want professionals who are professional, but also are people.
Yeah.
It's like I give clients my cell phone number. You do the same thing. I'm texting clients last night at like 11 o'clock, because I got a release in and I wanted to sign it so we can get the money for her as quick as possible. And so, it's changed. We never stop working, but we're not always in an office. I mean, everything's so remote now.
Yes.
I mean, I think I work from home a couple days a week because my commute's an hour, and I'd rather spend that hour like working for my clients and getting stuff done than like stressing in my car.
Exactly. Like if you're working in Los Angeles, you're gonna be driving a lot unless you're working remote.
And it's so much more efficient to use that time to like work my cases,
Exactly.
And like if I instead of spending 2.5 hours in my car round trip commuting, I could work on my cases for 2 hours and take a half hour nap.
So just got out of a great lunch. David Wolf. We actually know each other from fraternity back at CSUN. That was good times, long time ago. So good recommendation. Think about, if I'm gonna hire someone now or wait a little bit. Caseload is kind of getting a little bit heavy, and we'll see.